which means we should run the ball. Feed the running backs.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Run the ball.
God, I heard that one.
Deborah. Everybody love Raymond? Anybody? No? Okay. Got it. Going into this week and the Browns, who have been feisty, over the past few weeks. You stupid. He said, so Browns ranked 22 in total offense, 13th passing offense, 29th in rushing offense, which plays both into the Chiefs' weaknesses. Chiefs like weakness and their strength, right? So we're really good at rushing defense, but we're terrible at passing defense. So they stink at rushing and they're good at passing, decent at passing.
Was Jameis Winston?
Jameis?
Yeah, he is getting the start.
Yep.
But yeah, lately, I mean, he's been slinging that ball.
Yeah, but they're also 29th in scoring offense.
Yeah,
so they're not turning good plays into touchdowns.
That's why they're 13th in passing. They've been throwing the ball a lot, and he's making
turning the ball over.
Yeah,
he turned the ball over in the red zone twice last week.
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
It's been a point of his career.
Now, when it comes to their defense, they're 24th in total defense this year, 19th in passing defense, 23rd in rushing defense, which means we should run the ball. Feed the running backs.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Run the ball.
God, I heard that one.
Deborah. Everybody love Raymond? Anybody? No? Okay. Got it. White show.
You do.
So, all right. So, what are you worried about with the Browns? Like with all those stats I just gave, because those are accurate stats. I mean, Jameis Winston did throw for 450 yards, 4 touchdowns last week.
Yeah,
but he did also throw 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
So,
what
worries you?
Probably the fact that Jameis Winston can be a little sticky, and they make some stuff happen. But if this a game we need some turnovers, like let's get at this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But honestly, I think it's probably just probably the Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
they got rid of they traded off to Zadarius Smith, so that kind of helps. But I think Myles Garrett,
he wreaks havoc on defensive ends.
Mm-hmm. And because of how shaky that side has been, it worries me there because of what we may have to do to compensate for that.
Yep.
And that's probably like my biggest worry. Like we can't underestimate them, right? We understand that, and the mindset should be that they can't.
Right.
I just they need to go out, play, execute, and we just got to score more in the red zone. But that's defense, and then offense. Jameis Winston, he can put up some numbers at times.
Well, he's a shifty guy. He just makes those awkward throws.
Yeah, and they're not. And right now, because they don't have anything to lose, they're not afraid to move the ball down the field as far as throwing it.
Yep.
I mean, Judy, Elijah Moore, and Cedric Tillman has been, and Njoku, they've been having some games of a ton of yards. Sure, they're
Judy
not
against the Broncos had like 260 some odd yards.
Yeah. When that the game he had four touchdowns and 3 picks?
Yeah.
Jameis Winston?
No, that was the week before.
Okay. And so
it was Monday Night Football that they had he played the Broncos. So
they lost though, right? Because they scored that interception.
Yep.
Right.
But it was
I think it was the Broncos.
Was it the Broncos?
Yeah, he had 430 something yards, 4 touchdowns and 3 picks.
So this week,
right there. But yeah, I think that's what his stats was that game. But as he's looking that up,
so you're looking at the Browns schedule. Look at Jameis Winston.
Since they're not scared, that was it. Since they're not scared to throw the ball.
No, so that's a. Oh yeah,
that was them. Yeah, he had 497, 4 touchdowns and 3 picks. Which that last pick, which they ran in, which won the game for the Broncos because of that. So they're not scared to move the ball, and that's what you have to be worried about because how you have talked about our secondary has been pretty shaky. So we got to do better.
So this week he had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and sacked 3 times. So 2 things that we haven't done well, which he's been getting sacked. So We got to get some sacks, which we did last week.
and he throws
Turk
the ball
Wharton
over.
is stepping up with 2. Come on, Turk.
Come on, Turk.
And then
and O'Menahue was after.
yeah,
he was after
I'd love to see him
Herbert.
back. Yes,
He was after.
Some
He caused
pressures.
a lot of havoc in that pocket.
so teams been able to sack and get turnovers,
Yep.
and those 2 things that we need. So let's do that. But again, secondary has to be on guard because they will throw that ball downfield.
Yep.
They are not scared of it.
Nope.
That's my take there. So.
Yep. Nope. I agree. So you kind of already jumped to the second. What do we need to do to beat them? So I mean, but that's good. That's good because like I agree with all of it. I don't think there's anything that you said that I would add to because realistically, that's what we've been talking about for the last 3-4 weeks since the Buffalo game. We got to get after the quarterback. We got to do better in the secondary. We have to be able to block these all-star defensive ends that it seems like we're playing every week.
That is true.
It seems like Chiefs have one of the hardest schedules this season.
Yeah,
they do. And even in the division, even with the Raiders, they have some of the best pass rushers in the league.
Yeah, I mean this week starts this Sunday is the first game of 3 games in like 10 days or something.
Yeah, 11 days.
11 days.
Yep. So we play the 15th. We play the 21st.
The Saturday.
And then we play the 25th.
On Christmas, which is Wednesday.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Which Chris Jones said he's going to NFLPA to talk about, hey, if we're going to have 3 games in 11 days, 10 days, we need to have a late week or a late year bye.
Yep. That's why I think we got to shore up this this first place.
Okay.
So then I think against the Broncos you can rest some of those guys because here's the thing: you get rest there. And then if you get the first round bye, you get rest there as well. You got to think we played every game in the postseason and the Super Bowl. Like the last few years, a lot of extra games and time and wear on these guys. And so that little break at the end would be so nice to have.
100%. So my opinion, I think we should hit the geez, what is the updates? Holy updates, bro. Go to the Buffalo schedule, please. So I'm trying so hard to work this stupid iPad. It don't want to work. But
slap it.
Like if Buffalo loses this week, they're playing they're playing Detroit.
Yep.
If Buffalo loses this week, I say we rest players on Saturday's game against the Texans.
I don't think they'll do it.
I don't think they will either, but I think it would be smart because then you have a break. You essentially give like some of your starters an extra week, right? You get 11 days between games, and then you have an additional
Wednesday
11 games between or 13 days between the next game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
So if we are 2 games, so if the Bills lose this week and they wind up having 4 losses, and we win this week, we essentially have 3 games on them, ish.
Well, then the next one you have to stay up on is Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Which
is why we want them. Like if we rest them against Houston, we play Pittsburgh the next week.
Yeah.
You're giving our guys rest going into the team that's third in the AFC. Well, they're actually tied for second right now in the AFC. You know?
They've got a tough.
They do have a tough.
Yeah,
like
so they've got
at
Philly
least
this
3 of those
week.
games.
They've got Baltimore the week after. They got us on Christmas, and then they've got Cincinnati the end of the season,
which is a division game.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Honestly, if realistically, I think we should try to rest people. If say the Steelers lose this week too, Steelers and Bills lose this week, they're playing two teams that are top of the NFC, right? 1 and 2 in the NFC.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you rest guys against the Texans and give them an opportunity. Rest Mahomes. Like throwing Carson Wentz for a game against Houston, maybe get him some reps going into the postseason in case something happens, you know. And then if we clinch the division, the last couple of weeks, you rest Mahomes against Denver. I don't care taking 3 losses on the season if it means that other teams, like if it means we still have the number 1 seed.
Sure.
You know. So that's my thought on it. I think we win this game. I think it's going to be like 31-14 14. I think we force a lot of turnovers. What do you think, like score-wise?
I think we'll win by 10.
Okay.
I think we'll win by 10.
Cool.
And I think we'll.
It's a game for the offense to go off.
Yeah, I don't think they'll score more than 17 points.
Okay.
And I think we'll win by 10.
Sweet.